What's happening, YouTube? It's Sir William here, and I'm on the way to Lowe's this morning to make Solar Shower 2.0 for Apple. So I made the solar shower not too long ago, and there was a video. Matter of fact, I made it last week. There's a video on my page there if you'd like to watch that. It turned out really well, but there are a few flaws in it. One of the flaws is the fact that it's got this 90-degree angle on it that goes up very high, and I just don't like the aesthetics of it. It's fully functional and all that, but I don't like the aesthetics of it. Two, I didn't think about it thoroughly whenever I made the idea in my head of the exact fitment on the side. So I made the two ends. The end is sticking straight up in the air, and then the out is perfectly 180 degrees sticking down. So I need to actually offset those a little bit to make up for the roof line and how it works. My idea was that the out was going to hang off the back of the truck, and it does. The only problem with that is I can't go all the way to the back of the truck because then I wouldn't be able to open up the hatch. So didn't really think that one through. That's a dumbass move on my part. The other problem is yesterday I decided that I was going to give the solar shower a full-on try out in the backyard. And so I went ahead and got outside. I tested the water. Water was absolutely perfect after about a day sitting in the sun. So this was probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The water was 100% perfect, so no worries there. But as I'm balls out in the middle of the backyard, I run out of water. Now, I'm not saying that the current setup that I have doesn't hold enough water, because I didn't check the water. Now, I know that the last I remember I filled it up, but I'm not 100% sure. And, you know, I tested the water here and there, but I'm sure I didn't let out too much. Now, one of the guys on one of the forums that I'm on actually said that with my setup, I should hold approximately 3 gallons. Well, I want to hold approximately 5 gallons or at least a little over 4 gallons. And the reason is because I believe that would be sufficient enough for Christy and I to take a shower out on the road. So I'm on my way back to Lowe's now. I'm going to get some tools to extend it just a little bit, maybe about 2 foot. And that should give me the volume of water that I need. And I'm also going to change the fill type so that way it's a little bit easier on the eyes, and also a little bit easier functionality wise too, because it was kind of hard reaching all the way up on that 90 degree. So stay tuned. I'm going to fix it up. It's going to be better than ever. And now I could remake this about 4 to 5 times probably and still not have the amount of money tied up that I would have if I would have bought one offline. So give you an idea of how much this thing is. The piece of pipe that you need is the most expensive part of the whole entire deal. It's $27. All right, so that was trip number 1 to Lowe's, and now we're off to Home Depot. And the reason is because I'm looking for a Y-type design filler, but more or less, actually not a Y, more or less a T-shaped design. So I want the pipe to be able to go through the bottom of it and then be having a filler up at the top. So Lowe's didn't have that for 4-inch pipe, which is what I need. So now we're off to Home Depot, which is luckily right down the road. This might be my new go-to. 1, because they got an American flag flying up on top there. 2, because if I park next to the door, then I get to come out the same exact door instead of having to go out the other side. All right, so strike 2. So I went to Home Depot. They ain't got nothing. They don't have not one ABS pipe in the whole place of Home Depot. So we're out on that deal. There's a Lowe's, not necessarily across town, but on the other side of town. We're gonna go try that out real quick. So I had thought about doing a just a regular PVC Y or PVC T-shaped clean out. The damn PVC T-shaped clean out though costs $21, where I just showed you earlier in the video that the whole long piece of the pipe that the main expense for the whole entire solar shower is $27. So I'm out on spending that much. And to be quite honest with you, if the ABS version of the little T shape that I need is also that much, then I'm probably going to go a separate route. So that's where we're at right now. Headed over to Lowe's on the other side of town. Peace. Lord have mercy. Okay, so we got what we needed. All right. So the T was $11. A hacksaw in order to cut up what I currently have, $10. The clean out with the cap is $8.98. And then the adapter was $7.49. Okay, so I've revised it. Here we have it. So I left the same connection right there at the 45-degree angle deal. I think that that's going to work out just fine. I did tighten up the nut there inside the retaining clip, so that way I can ensure a proper seal. So hopefully we're good to go there. I went around both bars on the roof rack and ensure a tighter setup or tighter fit. Installed this T right here and this cap, and that's where I'll fill it up at. Now I'm fixing to close the sunroof and go ahead and fill it up. I've got a 5-gallon jug of water. I'm gonna see how much of it holds. All right, so we have a minor issue. And the minor issue comes right there. Let me tell you why that sucks so bad. Now, I'm gonna have to go and get a whole new one of these, a whole new one of these, a whole new one of these with the cap, and a whole new one of these. That blows. Rather than doing all that, I'm first gonna try this. Alright, so the leak that I thought I'd fix apparently cannot hold pressure, so safe to say it's not fixed. We had a blowout, and the door was open because I was standing up there to pump it up. Lesson learned on that deal. Yeah, this is what we're left with. Alright, so now we're on the way to Lowe's to redo the whole entire solar shower, seeing as how it got fucked up with the blowout. So now I believe that once I buy this version of the solar shower, I will then have spent just the same amount of money as buying one off the internet. That sucks. So if the math from private school works out where Jarrett went, then we should be under $100. The problem with that is we're still on the 3rd trip to Lowe's. $40 a pop. Well, me. Alright, so here we go. Solar shower 2.0. If you watch the previous video of the last solar shower, you'll see a lot more in depth of how I actually do it. But basically I'm going to do the same thing, except for this one's going to be designed just slightly different. So let me show you a mock-up here. Alright, so here's the mock-up real quick. So right here is where the faucet's going to be, down at that 45-degree angle at the end there. And then I've got a T-shape right up here for filling. And then right there is where I'm going to put the actual Schrader valve. This is 5 foot long, 4 inches round, and then with the attachments and everything, I'm hoping it'd be right at around 6 foot long, which would give me approximately 4 gallons of water. There you have it, solar shower 2.0. I'm glad that I had my cousin here to help. Oh, son of a... The way this works is he made it like 4 times in a row. And then he's like, hey, get this on video. And then, yeah. So now I'm just about to go, yeah, no, I'm gonna go get the tripod and drink a beer. And by the time I get back, everything should, yeah. I believe that this setup is going to be airtight versus the other setup was not airtight, which I think that's also the reason that 2.0-1 blew apart on us. So this is full on 2.0 with all new hardware. Now the only thing that I would have done different is I should have put that on the very bottom down here. I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, so that's my fault. The only place that leaked is right there around where the sealant is, which I could probably fix that with some better sealant. and it holds pressure, which is really nice. And yeah, like I said, some high-powered cock can fix that right on up, you know, just like anything else.